Yo, got some food for thought for you guys. It's called Let What You Learn Marinate. Let what you learn marinate. We live in a day and age of, information and, we got information at our fingertips. We got audiobooks, we got um, podcasting, we got talks, we got classes, we got memes. You name it, we have information at our fingertips, and it's easy, very easy to constantly consume. And one thing is that when you learn, you have a dopamine release in your brain that makes you feel good. So it's like a light bulb moment when you learn something new and you're like, oh damn, okay. But the thing is, in this society, and it's not just with learning, but it's also just consuming entertainment as well of our phones, that we are constantly, lighting up dopamine receptors in our brain by consuming. So this video is about letting what you learn actually marinate in your mind. Think about it, soak it up, connect the dots, how it applies to you, how it applies to your future, and how it applies to your past and your past experiences. And, maybe it's through the people that you've met, the lesson might apply to them, and you can connect the dots through them and learn and, not make the same mistakes, or maybe you can better yourself off those experiences. So letting what you learn marinate. I know for me as well, like, I need to take this advice because right now I'm at a job where I can have my earphones in pretty much all day if I want to, unless I'm going to talk to someone. Um, but I'm constantly listening to talks and podcasts. But the thing is, is it going through one ear and out the other? Am I actually digesting the information, or am I just listening and getting dopamine hits from the knowledge that I'm learning? So this advice is for myself, and I've taken it in the last week that, I'll listen to a podcast or a talk, and then I won't have anything running through my mind, like no earphones, nothing, just sitting with what I've learned and connecting the dots and thinking about it really deeply on how I can apply those things to myself, and how, whether it works or whether it not every lesson or advice is for you. And that's another thing as well, is that you need to actually step back and, observe and analyze what you've learned and whether it applies to you, because it might not. So, you can be very over analyzing sometimes if you are learning something, and, not all lessons apply to you is what I'm trying to get at. So us as artists, we learn new skills, and, we can let that marinate as well. For example, as a writer, I've learned a lot of poetic techniques that I use in my writing to make it more impactful, and to make it sound nice and to string along much better. So, for example, a technique called alliteration, which is when you use the same sounding first letter of a word and you put it in you put it consecutively in a sentence. So, for example, like, big bears are back bullying bandits, like something like that. This is just off the top. Um, so, that technique is, I would learn that technique, and I could easily jump to another technique and feel good about that. But I would let that technique just sit for the day or the week and practice it, think about it, think about how I can use it, when I should use it, where in my writing I can use it, and why it is so impactful on the listener, or when visually, why it looks so good when you're using that technique. So as artists, we can use, letting what we learn marinate, and I think we should as well, to really kind of let it soak into our being, so we can practice with those tools and those lessons and put it onto our craft. So let what you learn marinate, think about it, and not just jump from one lesson to the next. And I know it feels good, especially, me as a someone who would call himself a lifelong learner, to, go out and have experiences all day and listen to podcasts and learn. But am I actually sitting back and, applying these things to myself? So I hope this video was useful, and yeah, let me know if, if this could apply to you, or if this is helpful at all. So anyway, take it easy, and till the next video. Peace.